Yo, yo, yo. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Wickin It and Kickin It. Happy Easter Monday, I guess it is, if you celebrate that type of stuff. Um, happy day after 420 for those of you that partake in all that. I mean, every day is 420 for a lot of you, I'm pretty sure. Um, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a freaking great start to their week. And everybody had a fantastic weekend. If you did anything for the holidays, I hope you had a great time with family or whatever. But it is wicking it and kicking it time now. Time for me to slow it down for a second and get into gear, and then we get amped up gradually as we get into the show. But man, I've been racing, trying to make sure I get everything together. And last second, I wanted to make sure, and I got it. I got it just in time. I wanted to make sure that I got that waffle link pinned into the chat uh, for anybody that may want to get in on that. That'll be going for the rest of the month. Tickets are only dose many, and if you are in the JMW Premium group, there's like a post that shows what you win, and then some of the discords. But yeah, the more tickets that get you know that get purchased, the more opportunity there's going to be to add prizes. So I wanted to throw that up on there for anybody who may want an opportunity at that. And of course, everything on this channel is brought to you by JMW Premium. Facebook search that. Anybody that's new, welcome. All my people that are here all the time, I'm so happy to see all of you. All my replay crew, what's up? I see you. Appreciate you all. It has been an exciting week. We have got um, a handful of new things to play around with, um, as well as some more stuff that's coming. Nothing like new, but like well, one thing possibly new to me anyway, and then a couple like extras of some things that I already have. Because when you find something that you like, when I find something that I like to pick up extras, and that's what a couple of today's things are. But I'm already rambling. Let's see who's here. Um, Mao is here. Says, "Oh, hi there. Hello, Mao. Mallory Gates, what is up? So great to see you. I believe in Joe Hendry. All right, that's awesome. That might be something that I need. I don't know. I don't know who that is. Maybe I should. Um, damn it, man, I'm late. Yeah, 6:19 p.m. You're late. I was late. I usually like to post or get everything posted by 6 p.m. So I was 19 minutes late. You were just on time. Second World Scallywag, my dude Patrick says, "What's up, fam? What is up, Patrick? Awesome to see you. Hope you're doing well today." Mao says, "Ayo, ayo," and we got Canadian Vapor in the house. Evening, folks. Hello, Paul. How y'all doing tonight? I'm doing well. Hope you are doing fantastic. Patrick is doing swell. Have a new tank this week. You got the Did you get the Pioneer? I believe that's the tank that he was telling me he was going to get, a new Pioneer RTA. Little MTL action. Yep, there it is. BP Mods Pioneer. Hell yeah, dude. Bug Killer is in the house. Says, "Hey, what's up, dude?" A little bit of back and forth. Mal says, waffles. Hey, wink, wink. Yeah, waffles, buddy. Uh, Mao has been working on a special waffle mix, and I'm excited. I'm excited for it, man. I don't know. Um, I know I'm gonna get a chance to try it. I'll have to talk to him, and possibly maybe we'll have. I don't know if he wants me to try it privately, but I think it would be cool to taste it for the first time here. That's the type of thing we like to do here. I like to do here. It's always fun. But Furfstrode says, sup, just chilling. Hopefully my stuff will be in tomorrow. I'm hella excited to see how they look. Oh, yeah, that's right. Dude, Furfstrode has been playing around and getting some time in, making drip tips. And as a matter of fact, I've been testing this one out for him on the billet box. This is a real nice, comfy one. It's holding strong, man. I don't see any reason why they're not going to hold up. Got that billet box. I believe he showed me one that's going to match these panels that he wanted me to have, and I really appreciate that. My battery is super low on here, but guys, it's Easter, right? It's Easter. Inside here, cookie cane from Christmas. I'm still rocking it. It's become like my permanent burrow freaking liquid. I'm really trying to not just suck it down. I am trying to ration what supplies I do have because one of the flavors are somewhat limited because I do want it to become available next holiday season, but man. It is public on ELR if anybody's interested in trying it and you perhaps happen to have the flavors to make it, have at it. Patrick says, I had the same thought yesterday. There's one day to celebrate weed for the people who already do that every day, usually anyway. Yeah. Yesterday, and I don't know. Oh, there she is right there. Just in time. Yesterday was also LT's birthday. And right after her is somebody whose birthday it is today. Earn. Happy birthday to Earn. Happy belated birthday to LT. And also, I don't know if he's made it here yet. J Money Landshark, it is his birthday today as well. Happy birthday to all three of you. I'm glad I was able to see you right there back to back, and like the timing was just perfect. What do you know? Paul Cole is in the house. Also, hello. She says, I'm here, boys. I'm here, boys. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, you are. Ern says, stop, drop, mopping, and closing up shop. Hell yeah. Paul Cole is here. Much love and happy Monday, y'all. Appreciate that, dude. Patrick's vaping on a strawberry custard cookie by Stevie's Collective and the Pioneer. Oh, is that the Chaos? I think that's the Chaos, if I'm not mistaken. I only remember that because I've seen other people sharing it around. I hear it's a good one. Mouse's cookie cane is so freaking amazing. Thank you, man. Neil Pitt says hello, everyone. Hello, Neil. LT's saying Furpastro drip tips are sick looking. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did get sidetracked. He's got some new materials coming. Resin dowels, cool colors that his wife picked out. So freaking cool, man. I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see them as well. Happy B-Day, LT Earn and J Money, says Paul. Heck yeah. LT says thank you. Of course. Of course. They're okay, I suppose. Everybody's wishing everybody happy birthday. Yes, it's the Chaos, says Patrick. Very cool. Mouse says, I got to get my hands on a trifecta of fur tips. Yeah. Yeah. He's got some cool ideas too, man. And he is the way that his mind works. Like he sees something that like needs something to match, and he's just like, I've got a plan. You know what I mean? I love it. Paul's saying, what's up, the Canadian Vapor? A little bit of a smaller crew so far tonight, but you never know. You know, we're here hanging out for a couple hours, so I'm sure people will stroll in. I got my coffee all nice and warm, at least for now. Be sure to let me know what you guys are enjoying, what liquids you're enjoying, what you got lined up today. Whatever setups you're rocking. Did you get anything new? Are you going to be building or wicking anything along with me tonight? I want to know. This is a great time for us all to break some stuff down, tinker around a little bit, hang out, have some fun, and set some new stuff up for the week. Guys, I got this banger of a freaking mod in. Did you see it? Did you see it? Because I wanted to do it with the chat, but it wasn't going to happen the way things lined up. So I did do a pre-recording. We set up the Asgard mini on it. I've already freaking put over 1,000 hits on this thing, and now I'm testing it in bypass series mode. It is the new Republic Squonk, and I know some of you have gotten yours as well. I just put a fresh set of batteries in this thing. This is the Axial Pro series deck. All right, now mind you, bypass mode is in series, which means it theoretically is going to pump 8 volts. Even with fresh batteries with this build, I've only got it to pump out 7. It keeps on wanting to land on 6.66 volts at times, several times actually. But this is the Asgard Mini Series deck, which means it's going to take like a regular mech build and it's going to multiply that because it has a neutral post. And instead of the current running parallel, it runs in series, just like how the batteries, the current is running in series. So this is a 0.32. I installed a set of coils that would normally read a 0.08 and they read a 0.32. I believe they're a set of Twisted Timmy's Alien V1s. This is the Asgard Mini Glass Cap. It is not supposed to fit this deck, but for some reason, the tolerances on this specific cap, it does. It does fit, especially when I was able to take one O-ring off, and I've got some they're like less like, I don't know, they're not quite as strong. They're like clear O-rings, and it already needs to be rewicked. I can feel it kind of struggling to keep up to hold liquid because I've just been cranking on this thing. I've got a lemon meringue liquid on the inside of this, and just oh my gosh. The glass cap brings in enough airflow for me to where series is actually somewhat tolerable. Um, I don't do series that much these days, really anymore. It's just too much for me to handle. But this thing has been banging, man. We for sure have been putting it through its paces. We're going to set something up tonight, most likely in single coil, to test battery life. Like how long of like extended battery life we can get out of it next with like a single coil. Just really putting this thing through its paces, trying a bunch of different RDAs on it. I was actually getting a little bit of a bottle flavor from it, but bottles can tend to be like that, and oftentimes, in my experience, once you break them in, it goes away. Typically, if I run like something like lemony or citrusy through it, it takes care of it. Paul finally ordered a clutch 18. Hell yeah, dude! That's something I still never even uh, got for myself. Furfur has a great eye for colors. He does. He does, LT. Neil says Squonk with the Bonza Pro and strawberry Twinkie milkshake. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. And I saw your comment in the stream the other night when you said that you thought the Bonza Pro, you liked it better, that had better flavor than the nitrous. I think I agree with that. I think I agree with that. As a matter of fact, the funny thing that you mentioned both of those is because we're going to be building both of those tonight. Patrick says, I'm letting it steep, but next week I will be trying Licious Lemon Tart. Ooh, yeah, see, I love a good lemon bakery. That's kind of what this is right here. You know those little like lemon meringue cookies? They're like cookies, but like they're more like puffs. You know what I mean? So like they're like little, they look like little meringue swirls, but they're like a cookie. They have this like texture that where you bite into them, they just kind of melt away in your mouth. That's kind of what this liquid tastes like. Mm. LT, she currently likes what she likes and doesn't waver. If it's something she thinks is pretty, then the missus gets her wish. Hell yeah, dude. Coil, what is up, dude? What is up? Yo, caught you live again. Hello from Scotland. Built the broken ohm. Which broken ohm? Is it the Brosar or the Broken Addy? Welcome back. Welcome back. So glad you're able to catch us live again. And you know, this is like the third time I've seen you. Um I don't know if you if you DIY or anything like that, but everybody gets a wrench uh after being here for a certain number of times. So feel free if you do DIY, if you have any recipes, that gives you the ability to share. That's kind of the main reason why we do it. But heck yeah, welcome back. Strode says, see, that is about the only reason I want the Republic Series Squonker. I'm game for that. I can see that. Uh, Hi from Scotland again. Built the broken ohm 21700. Oh, okay, with the Nardier. Just going to bed. We'll listen and watch. Oh, awesome, man. Well, good night to you. It's great to see you. That's a freaking rad setup right there, man. I never tried an RDA. Hi, chat. Hope you are well. I appreciate that. Patrick says, I call what you described lemon. Yeah, what you described lemon cream puffs. Yeah, lemon cream puffs. I would say that's about correct. So what I kind of have planned to do tonight, and this is already has a full squonk bottle, so we're going to stick with this liquid. I had a couple things in mind. I know I wanted to build, I got a Bonza Pro in black, and I got the Bonza Pro in black because I wanted to run it on the Republic, of course. Now, it's a little bit of a smaller RDA compared, well, I mean, it's 25 millimeters if I'm not mistaken. Beauty ring brings it out a little bit. It's not much of a beauty ring. Uh, I think it doesn't look too terrible, but what I want to do is I want to build it in single coil. I already have one set up in a dual coil. It has a build in it for a hex ohm. And that's the single coil that I want to put into it is something that when I'm done running it on the squonker, I want to be able to put the solid pin in it and I want to put it on my O-frame hex ohm. I've got the other Bonza Pro on the hex ohm. This one I want to go on the O-frame. I'm going to tell you, man, uh, the O-frame has had the RDA for vaping V2 on it for quite long enough. It's time that we try the RDA for vaping on a mech or on a different type of device. Maybe even squonk with it. I don't know. Um, I'm really digging the way that the Bonza Pro performs on the Hexome specifically. So I want to have one set up dual coil and one set up single coil. And that way, if I want to throw this on the Hexome, I can. But tonight, we're going to be squonking with it. Ronnie, evening all, listening at work today. Well, I hope you're having a great a night at work as you possibly can. Always great to see you, Ronnie. Thank you, Mallory. I will check that out after the stream. Corporate Jason says, "Hey everyone," and I'm. It's funny that see the timing is just working out so great. Corporate Jason made a joke when I won the Republic. He said, "Well, he's just gonna run a single coil on it." That's funny. So far, we've run 2 dual coil addies on it, but tonight, yes, we are going to run a single coil on it. I thought that was good, man. But I got a plan. Dicky Mo! Yo yo everyone. Coil says I used to mix a bit back. Starting again to stock up on flavors, etc. I mainly build coils before I mix. Not great at it, but I enjoy building coils. Hey, man, as long as like it's a part of the hobby that you enjoy, you stick with it, and like eventually, like you're going to get better as you continue, to do it more and more. But I think that's great. Like, especially like with the state of like vaping in the world today, I think it's important that like we at least make an attempt to be as self-sufficient as we possibly can. Now, I can't build coils. I can wrap round wire. I can, maybe if I really tried, I'm sure I could. I don't know, maybe take a shot at some Claptons if I had the right equipment. But I know plenty of builders, so that's okay because we form a community. You know what I mean? But as far as like mixing, I think and building coils, at least being able to know the basics, I think is important. And those are the types of things, that we encourage here, we talk about here. We answer questions in the chat about those types of things if anybody is interested in learning either or. And yeah, because you just never know. You just never know when you're going to need those skills. Thanks for the wrench, by the way. Appreciate the trust and welcome. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm excited that you continue to come back. And shout out to Scotland. Shout out to Scotland. Mouse says eventually you even get to the point the coils build themselves while you watch Wickin It and Kicking It. Yeah, Mouse got a freaking setup for that. So yeah, I had that in mind. I've got I think I want to do a mix. I shared the mix on Saturday. I only made a 15 mil of it, and it's just one of those situations again where why not take an opportunity, share it. We're gonna slightly adapt it. Not, I mean, just play with the percentage of like one or two flavors. And I said either I was gonna do that or I was gonna do a tasting. And I don't know. I don't know. I mean, any day is as special as any other, right? But I've got this little 10 milliliter of Yig, and I'm dying to try it. But I just don't know. Like, what do I crack it open? Do I taste it? And do I just, enjoy the 10 mil all in one shot? Do I try to savor it? I figure most likely once it's open, might as well just enjoy it for a couple days and that's that. You know what I mean? So I was debating between the two, either making a mix or tasting the Yig. If we have time, maybe we'll do both. We'll push the Yig out towards the back. But I think I want to start with the mix because, guys, I my friend Alicia, she sent me like this recipe, this real life recipe for a Samoa cheesecake. You know those Girl Scout Samoa cookies? What's basically a cheesecake with like a chocolate cookie crust, coconut, um, and then like salted caramel and chocolate drizzle on the top to basically look like a Samoa, turning the Samoa cookie into a cheesecake. And I was really, really, really surprised with how well this tester turned out. And I've been trying my best to savor it. I think it needs just a little bit more chocolate, but it's hard to tell because it's only like on day 3. Oh, it tastes so close to a Samoa. And the cheesecake elements haven't even fully developed yet. Maybe a little sip of coffee after that. The cheesecake elements haven't even fully developed yet. So I don't know how much that's going to eat into the little bit of chocolate that it has. So I kind of want to mix a 30 ml bottle so I can enjoy it just like I did the peanut butter and cookie. Try to take my time, taste it through the steeping process, and then see where we can go from there. Says, "Wow, it would wrap me up like a twin core Clapton if I took my eyes off of it." Sub-ohm enthusiast retro vapes. Hey, Hi, Steve-O and everyone. Normally, replay crew still up, so I thought I'd dip in. It's 12 a.m. here in the UK. Love your videos, brother. Dude, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Judging from your name, it looks. Do you make videos too? I got. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna click on you. And I'll go back into the chat and click on you and check it out. I really appreciate that, dude. I'm glad you were able to make it and say what's up. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to the replay crew. I know people are watching, and I really appreciate it. You know, we just the channel really started out just as a way to focus around the live streams each week and get together and enjoy some time together on Mondays. I try to throw up the occasional recorded video for extra content or short if I have like an idea or whatever. But we are gradually growing, and I appreciate everybody who supports the channel and watches. It's great to see you. It's great to see you. Um, so yeah, let's share this recipe. Um, Duchess is here. Sup? I lost track of time. It's all good, brother. You are just in time. We're just getting the party started. Uh, let's see. I do lives and reviews every now and then. Okay, awesome, awesome. I'll have to head back afterwards. Click on you and give you a subscribe. I um I would love to be able to pop in sometime and say what's up on your channel. Um, sorry, Melanie Gates. I meant to tag Mo. Awesome. So let's give this a little share. And we learned last week that we can't take myself off screen. Uh, we don't need the audio. Share. So let's open this up a little bit more so you can see it a touch better. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. I'm going to open it up on my phone as well now. So when it is time to mix a little bit, it's already ready to rock. All right, so here it is. Samoa cheesecake. Here's kind of a picture of what that would look like. Basically like a cheesecake, but you've got like that shredded toasted coconut mixed in with the cheesecake. Maybe you whipped up a little bit of like in a vape form. Well, here I'll explain it a little bit. Up here, obviously you've got your salted caramel. I went with WF Wonder Flavors because you actually get more of a salted note from that compared to what Flavor West. I wanted that salty note to be able to contrast with like the sweetness. So salted caramel Wonder Flavors at 1.5. We got chocolate cookie crust Wonder Flavors at 2%. Obviously, because we want a chocolate crust, not like a graham crust or a traditional pie crust. The chocolate note in that is actually very light, so it does need some help. But it's a nice start. It's a nice start. Coconut custard Wonder Flavors at 2%. That's actually the bulk of our coconut flavoring, and it helps to build out our cheesecake base as well. Dessert chocolate from SSA at 0.35. Now, this is a very super concentrated, strong, dark chocolate flavoring. However, I don't know. I don't pick up on it quite as much as I think other people do, so I think I want to boost that a little bit. New York cheesecake from Perillum, a fantastic cheesecake. It's a little bit more funky and rich than some of your other cheesecakes, so it is ideal for this type of like a darker type of caramel chocolate, uh, like a turtle cheesecake or an Oreo cheesecake. It depends, you know what I mean? Um, uh, what you're trying to do with it, but it's a little bit more rich and thick. Super sweet Perillum, which I think I'm going to change. Toasted coconut cheesecake Perillum, really nice, creamy cheesecake, you do get a toasted coconut vibe, but it's also easy to bury that note, which is why the coconut custard really helps draw out that toasty coconut note from that. When you put them together, it really boosts the coconut element to this recipe. And then I wanted to go vanilla custard cheesecake here. Uh, Oftentimes I would use Yes Sweet cheesecake because it's just one of my favorite cheesecakes. But I wanted to go vanilla custard cheesecake here because I wanted the vanilla note as well. The real life recipe calls for some vanilla extract. So yeah, that is that. And I just kind of threw it together, and it turned out pretty well, pretty great to start. Um, let's see. Appreciate it, my brother. Heck yeah. Subbed. Oh hell yeah, guys. Yeah, guys, go sub the Sublim Enthusiast Retro Vapes, guys. Um, Neil Pitts, Steve. I mixed Rainy Day AFL by Rocky, but I adapted it by changing out the pudding milk chocolate to natural pudding milk chocolate. I hear that one's better. Um, and adding some creamy milky undertone. Oh man, I could always go for some creamy milky undertone in a mix. Gives you uh, a little bit of an extra body and adds a nice silkiness to it. Um, Yo, Ben, what is up? That looks good. Thank you. And QHB, the queen, Honey Bunny herself, has arrived. Great to see you. She says, hey, yo, HBC, Vapor Hombres. Great to see you. So, what I kind of had in mind here, we're going to adapt this. I think everything else is pretty much set, right? I think we just need a little bit more chocolate. And I was thinking maybe literally one more drop, but I think I might. Um, I'm gonna go to 0.45 because 0.35 in a 15 mil was 0.05 grams. 0.45 is literally 0.07 grams. If we drop it and it weighs at 8, a 0.08, we'll change it to a full half a percent. But I wanted to up that a little bit. Like I said, we only want to raise that a little bit at a time. And what I think I want to do here is I want to change the super sweet to Capella. Now, I'm hoping this doesn't alter the base layers too much. But Capella super sweet, I feel like for me really helps draw the top notes of chocolate out a little bit more. And we're just going to bump that to 0.75. Why the heck not? Because once we get our drops in there, it's probably going to end up weighing at that too. So that's literally all I wanted to change. Just those couple minor changes. Like I said, uh, if this ends up going over, so be it. We'll alter it from there. So I want to get this mixed up. I am going to go to 30 mils. And we're going to save it. I'm going to come back in here so I can keep an eye on the chat. I'm going to refresh this. Boom. And I'm going to set my scale up and get my flavors out, and we'll get it mixed. Let's see. Just got some Royal Vap mail. Love you, Duchess. Heck yeah. Vape like royalty. And guys, don't forget, there are other people in the chat that have tasty goodies and coils as well. Duchess is doing his thing. You can find him on Instagram, Duchess _ coils, correct? And Mao as well has his Discord server. He's got some tastiness as well available. They have been a huge major support to me. So, and we're a community, and we like to share the love around here. There is plenty of it to go around. And we'll be building actually with one of each of their coils tonight. I want to get this mixed though. Because why not, right? Coils, 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 and a beady gift of grandma's pie. Ooh, heck yeah. Let's see. All right. That is weighing correctly. Let's get our little flavor box out. I grabbed both sweeteners because I wasn't sure at first. Because I do typically like Perillum super sweet. Like in like a bakery or cheesecake mix, but I really last time I accidentally added Capella super sweet to a chocolate, and I felt like it really helped draw that chocolate out even more. So hopefully we don't overdo the chocolate. Um, I don't think so. We're literally adding like one extra drop. One extra drop. Let's see. New York cheesecake, super sweet. There we go. Oh, I gotta get this out of the drawer. Vanilla custard cheesecake. Boom! All right. Let's get it rocking. LT, that is a banging pie. Listen, the Duchess Von Cheesecake is just a bit better in my opinion, but still up there. Yeah, the Duchess Von Cheesecake. I think I know it's like a strawberry cheesecake, but I think I remember Duchess saying it kind of has like crunchberry vibes to it. LT's so excited. Yeah, I bet, dude. I definitely want to try some more of those Duchess liquids, man. All right, so let's get started. I want to add my sweetener first so we can kind of gauge where we're at here. 0.23. I don't know why, it's just a habit adding the sweetener first. We're right on the money. 0.23 grams. All right, we'll start here. The Wonder Flavors. I don't know if that's focusing for me or not, but that's the salted caramel from Wonder Flavors. 0.45 grams. No, okay. 0.48, whatever. It is what it. Oh no, it evened back out. The Wonder Flavors chocolate cookie crust. Those little Noms bottles. I think you can only get this flavor from Noms or DIY Canada. That 0.60 grams. I almost decided to use chocolate chunks by them as well instead of the dessert chocolate, but I think the dessert chocolate's the right call. We just got to find the right amount of it. Let's see. Put that in the box. Coconut custard, another Wonder Flavors treat. You could tell Wonder Flavors is one of my absolute favorite flavor houses. Coconut custard. Again at 0.60 grams. I should have went down like that, huh? I guess it doesn't really matter. All right. Bam. Here's the dessert chocolate. Look at how dark that is. And you'll see when I put the drops in there, man, it's really you can just see it like start to spread out. Come on, stop doing that. 0.14, 0.14 grams. You can see it start to spread out throughout the rest of the. Oh, okay, 0.15. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. So we're at a 0.5% anyway. We're at a 0.5%. But if you can see, I don't know if you can see, like, look at how dark that is in the bottom of that. It looks like you're actually putting real freaking chocolate syrup into it. New York cheesecake also at 0.60 grams. Oftentimes in a heavier cheesecake mix, I would use this at 3%, but I didn't want it to overtake everything because it is kind of a richer, funkier cheesecake. So I wanted to start at 2%, and if we would go up from there, we could. But we also are using the toasted coconut cheesecake and the vanilla custard one, so I thought 2% was a good place. Toasted coconut cheesecake from Perillum at 0.90 grams. Man, the air feels nice. I got the air running. Woo! Boom. Right on the money. Right on the money. And the vanilla custard cheesecake from One on One. I'm sure it's not focusing, but you get the idea. And that's at 0.60 grams as well. A lot of 2%ers in this recipe. All right. Oh, hey, oh. All right. I can't tell if it mine went a little bit over. All right, then we got our VG 26.49 is always the magic number for 70/30 for a 30 mil. I am hearing Discord, but I didn't see it. Let's see. Well, Steve-O, I went ahead and got into the apple cream cake today. Just couldn't resist any longer. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'm so glad you're enjoying that as much as you are. When somebody buys multiple 500s of something that you've created, man, it's like the greatest feeling to know that somebody's enjoying it that much. Come on. I'm trying to not overshoot it here. There we go. There we go. Right on the money. PG 4.45 grams. Boom. All right. There we go. And I say this every time, but I like a little additive. Oh, man. That's not. Oh, shoot. Hold, please. 1 second. My little dropper's empty. That's no good. We need that. That's the part that keeps me from smoking cigarettes. Well, actually, the flavors play just as much of a role these days. But it helps keep me calm. It helps keep me focused. And it helps me stay off of cigarettes. So there we go. Didn't realize my dropper was empty. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. I just add some of that coconut custard to my next order to try and mix a coconut custard cake mix. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic for something like that. Just be careful with it with certain fruits, like certain like more delicate fruits. Like say I tried to add it to like a strawberry and cream mix. I was trying to make like the strawberry coconut and strawberry milk, and it can mute out other fruits, but Absolutely fantastic. Look at that. Look at that chocolate resting on the top there. All right. Well, helps keep me sane. Yes, absolutely, Mallory. Now, Slater's oftentimes watches the rules or watches the replay, and he always calls me out on this rule. You're supposed to stare directly into the camera when you're shaking. So this one's for Slater. Uh, there we go. That'll do it. And there she is. There is our mix, a 30 mil. I might actually give this a knuckle now. We can stop sharing this as well. Stop sharing. Boom. All right. I guess we need to focus. Focus. Come on. There we go. We are refocused. Let's give this a knuckle. See if there's a little bit more chocolate in there. Yeah, just a tad. Just a tad. Actually, and I will say this is this recipe is probably going to be a bit of a coil killer, but that's never bothered me. Let's give it a little drip. Right off the shake on Saturday, it was fantastic. Obviously not fully developed, but I was surprised at how non-offensive it was. Because sometimes that New York cheesecake really needs to settle before even it's not much of a shake and vape type of flavoring. Mm-hmm. I think that might do it. Just that little bit of a bump. All right. We're going to let that sit. We're going to visit that throughout the week and we'll report back. Mm. Let's get this scale out of the way. Oh my goodness. Yo, it is like raining out, but like the sun is going down over the tree line. Like you can still kind of see it peeking through like the clouds in that area are kind of thin. And the sky is like just this really awesome like yellowish orange color right now. And it made it look like my porch like my balcony light, my porch light overhead, it made it look like it was on. But the sky is just a really cool color right now. So yeah. Rewick the Vortex, said Paul Cole, with some Sacred Seal. Heck yeah. Tim Kittle, what's up, motherfuckers? What is up, Tim? Good to see you, man. Mm. Hopefully that package I sent back out to you last week has made it to you by now. Um, I would give them a little bit more steep time, but hopefully I don't know. We'll see how those turn out. I took my time making those ones a little bit better this time around, but you never know. It was worth a shot. Got it today. Thanks, bro. Oh, awesome. You're welcome. You never know. I figured it was worth a shot. You know, I figured it was worth a shot. Um, let's see. Yeah, so that's mixed. Tasting pretty delicious. I think I want to get this Bonza Pro built. Um, might as well puff on this for a second longer first, though. Mm. Mm-hmm. That camo hat's my favorite. Been rocking it out. Ham. Hell yeah. You got one of the camo ones? That's sick, dude. That's sick. We don't have as many of the camos as we do the blacks. But the camo ones definitely came out real nice. Guys, also, yeah, you see the new hats. The new hats are available on the JMW forum. For anybody that's interested, they are there. I have a feeling some people are holding out because I think it's part of the raffle prize package, but which makes sense. Which makes sense. Uh, I really like the choice. Dan chose these Richardson trucker hats. I really enjoy it. It comes already like pre-curved a little bit, and just a nice comfy hat. Nice good quality hat. Face Meat, what is up, dude? Good to see you. Happy Monday. All right, so I do have to use this mod to build on. So we'll swap the Elder Dragon off for a second. I got our other Bonza Pro was purple. We picked up one in black. Shout out to Steel Valley Vapors, making it available and getting it to me nice and quick. I've been hanging on to this thing for a week. Excited to build it. So what we'll do is we'll throw that on there. I already installed the squonk pin and threw the single coil insert in there. And I was watching the green room on Friday, and Frames has been enjoying the Bonza Pro as well. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, what I heard him say was he installed dual 2.5 millimeters, and then he moved them in close towards the center so he could still use the single coil insert with dual coils and give it an even more condensed chamber for a dual coil build. And I think that is actually a fantastic idea that maybe we'll have to try someday. But tonight, I've got one of these Duchess coils. Boom. It does not want to focus, so we're going to make it focus. Boom. Duchess coils. Maybe zoom in a little bit more. These are the Hexome coils, 3x28 by 26, kidney puncher 80, 6 wraps, 3 millimeter. In a dual should come out between a 0.19 to 0.21. I believe mine and dual came to a 0.21 exactly. However, let's drop this down so you can kind of see it. I have just a single one in here. Just a single one. And actually what I did to this one is I put my coiling rod through it very carefully to stretch it out to a 3.5 millimeter coil. And we are going to keep it as a 3.5 millimeter coil because we're running it as a single in this Bonza Pro. And come on, there we go. We can never really get, there it is, the shot that we want to. Absolutely freaking gorgeous. Yeah, so I wanted that to be specifically a 3.5. Because I think it'll fill out that space really nicely. So yeah, let's get this rocking, huh? Tim says built the Nightmare V2 on the Zero SQ 30. Oh yeah, the 30 millimeter Zero Squonk. Yeah, some .07 small mass aliens. Oh man, it's good. good. Heck yeah, dude. Dude, I am a big fan of those zero mods, dude. And I have been really keeping an eye on what he's been doing for like the last couple years now. The Skull edition of the Zero Q. Oh man, that's really piqued my interest, man. By any of his mods, I hear he makes some of the hardest hitting Mac mods. Uh, Stephen L. Hey yo yo, I made it home in time for the live, dude. Hell yeah, dude. I'm glad. It's great to see you, Stephen. Um, so yeah, what I think I want to do is I kept this out to make it a little easier on myself. That's it, the SQ skulls. Hell yeah. Okay, yeah. Kept this one out just for ease of use. I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut it to 5 millimeters. Come on. And, you know, I do need a new set of these darn things. I keep on forgetting to order them. I got to put them back into my Amazon cart. You know how Amazon has like the save for later option? I need to move them back into my Amazon cart and actually just pull it. But it is Dicky Mo time. Oh yeah, that thing it cut through it no problem, but like it didn't like snap. You know how you can get like that the snap when you cut? Oh, there we go. There's the snap that time. Dicky Mo. There we go. Set those aside. Hopefully the 5 millimeters is the right call. I believe it should be. That one looks a little longer than that one, so I'm just going to try to very carefully Dicky Mo. There we go. All right. How you doing, Stephen L? Grandma pie sounds good, like Queen's cake. Ooh, yeah. Which ones do we need to open up here? This one, and this one. This one. And this one. It's funny, both RDAs we're building tonight have very similar decks, and we're building both single coil, so very similar builds. Right? Yeah, right. So, Yo Paul doing good. Heck yeah. Just be able to drop that in there like that. And we really shouldn't need to lift this up much, but we'll test it. We get this darn drip tip off so we have it ready when we need it. So let's just kind of hold it in place, get it screwed down. Bam. This is where chill beats can be handy. But I tried playing chill beats in the background, man, and I don't know how people do it, man. It was super distracting the second I started trying to talk. Where is my coiling rod? So, like I said, this all the way at the end is 3.5 millimeter, just to show you. We did get it stretched all the way out to 3.5 millimeter. And we just kind of want to straighten it and shouldn't really need to pull up too much on it, but I guess maybe they could have been a little bit longer. You know what I need? I need this. Yeah, I need this. I might loosen those up and pull up or just to get a little bit of height, more height on them. The thing is that the bottom airflow of that airflow, it does run parallel with that deck, like just peaks up over the deck. But there we go. I do think I want to get that lifted up just a touch more. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to lift that side. And then I'm going to lift that side. And hopefully, let's get that centered. I just wanted it lifted just a touch. There we go. Very, very carefully. I need to center it better. And I think that's going to do it. Now we got a little bit of space underneath our coil. Just a little bit of space underneath. Let's see if we can. Come on. Never wants to focus correctly. There we go. That's a little bit better. Nice and even down the center. We can get some heat to it. Let me put this on just to make sure that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Plenty of space. Plenty of space for the drip tip. It looks like. Yes, sir. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Sometimes if that's sitting too high, you worry about it touching the base of your drip tip. And that should do it. Let's get some, let's make sure these are tight. Not like crank on them with super strength tight, but just make sure they're snug all the way. Shove all this junk out of the way. Gotta go, y'all. Wanted to drop in and say sup, thanks, and hope everybody has a good one. Oh, dude, awesome. Have a good night, man. There we go. Patrick says, had to order an emergency Taco Bell order. Gotta go shopping soon. Hell yeah, dude. Taco Bell sounds great. Subhome says, I'm running my Bonza Pro in single coil, 4mm ID, but that's the max. Great hot vape with maximum flavor. But we'll have to try dual 2.5mm. Yeah, I thought it was interesting how he said, I'm pretty sure he said he did dual 2.5s, but still used the single coil insert, which as long as both of your coils are moved in close enough to the center, there is plenty of room with that insert. So let's get this some heat to it. We'll start low. Where are my tweezers? About 20 watts. Might not be enough, but it might be. Yeah, it should be. That one side heating up a little slower than the rest there. Let's give it a tug. Because sometimes that last wrap wants to fuse because of that freaking because of how that leg sits. This is the 6 wraps is the maximum. Length of coil you can fit in here. So it's kind of compacting that last wrap. Let me see. I want to pull on it and get it away from everything else a little bit. But I also don't want it to be spaced. Turn the wattage up a bit. We'll go to 25 watts. Let me get in here. It's a little hot spot on the inside there. It's because that leg is like compacted the way that I put it in there. Got it, I think. Yeah, no more hot spot. No. Let's go up to 30 watts. Mouse has got the new OG Valhalla in from Steel Valley today, and it ended up on the hog, DNA 400, and man, what a chunky RDA. Yeah. Let's go up to 30 watts. There we go. See that? That leg. Maybe if I push it over this way a bit. Away from that leg. There we go. I said that before, but all right, now we're cooking with gas. We're going to reread it. .393. Pretty damn good, if I don't say so myself. Hit it with the 35 watts. And I think we should be good. Yeah. Boom. Whoa. Let's give it a tug. Words to live by. Yeah, facts. Wick it and kick it and send it. Yes, sir. That's what we're going to do. Oh my gosh. It's so nice and shiny. That you can't see it with the lighting as much. But that shiny blue hint that you get, that shimmer after burning your coil in. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, we're gonna get it wicked up. Come on. And I think the FDH 3mm cotton should be good because it's a little thicker than, because for a 3mm I usually end up pulling a sliver off, so we should just be able to just get it rocking, no problem, without pulling any off here. And boom. Wick it and kick it and send it. We got to keep that out because I think we're going to be using 3mm again. Let's see. Give it a little twisty. You know, Facey, it's funny that you said that. Let's give it a little. I say lots of things like that without realizing it until after the fact. Oh yeah, perfect. Boom. Bam. We're going to give that a snip right there. Ooh. And the same deal on the other side. Measure at that bottom O-ring and a snip right there. We're just going to fluff it up. Fluffy, fluffy. Beautiful. Nice and fluffy. And then just tuck her right in. Boom. Nice and fluffy because it's a single coil. We're going to be squonking with it, of course, but we do want those wicks to be able to hold as much liquid as possible. So the fluff is always your friend. Ooh. There we go. Got our lemon meringue. Mouse said, we're just gonna fluff it up. More words to live by. Yeah. Bring in the fluffer. I need to get my ultrasonic set up and ready to go for this next batch of coils. I think I'm going to pull a Duchess and just make 20 or 30 sets at a time and really grind them out. Just tuck her right in. You're killing me. See? Every single thing. Yeah. That's why Paul and Tim, they always joke around is the after show for Wickin It and Kickin It is licking it and sticking it. You got to go with our lemon meringue because that's what's in our squonk bottle. We're sticking with the same liquid. We're just switching RDAs. And you know, this actually is a 0.32. If I put the solid pin back in that, I could run that on the O frame also. Let me take a hit. Might as well dry these wicks out a little bit more before we take them off. Yeah, 0.39. We'll paint these up a bit. They don't got to be fully saturated because what we're going to do is we're going to pop this guy on. Right? Yep. I'm going to pop that guy on. We're going to spin it off. Let me take another little toot off of this guy. Okay, maybe not a little toot. I think I'm probably going to have to pop the glass cap off. There's the build that was inside that guy. You can see, not bad. The series deck on that sucker, freaking awesome. What an awesome concept, series decks, making life easy. But we got to get this spun off. Pop this back on. We'll set this out of the way for now. We'll find a different home for it. Give the old top a wipe. Let's see. Let's bring this out just a touch. Actually, we might need to bring it back in. Oh, wait. I want the beauty ring. Because why not? Is that open or closed? That's open. Well, the bond's up. It doesn't like line up how I thought it would. So let's turn it around. There we go. So then when we close, if we close it off, it doesn't make a difference. It's still going to be facing towards the back no matter what I do. Oh, wait, there we go. No, that's a little bit more towards the front. Now, I guess I'm going to go with that drip tip that I had on the Asgard Mini, although I was thinking about this one, but it's so loose. It's weird. It doesn't like get a good grip on it. Let me see how this one does. Also, let's see if we can catch some of that hot squonking action. I don't know. As a matter of fact. Oh yeah. Boom. All right. Wait for that to drain. Yeah, oh yeah, that one fits way nicer. Way nicer. We gotta take this out of bypass mode. 1, 2, 3. Oop. Power mode. Maybe start it at 55 watts. Reading a 0.4 exactly. 55 watts is 0.4, 4.5 volts. All right, let's do the thing. Let's do the thing. Was that in reference to Grandma's pie? It was. Hey, Kerplop. Sorry, I got distracted and didn't like the ramp up on the last red drip tip. So I made a new one, much better. Can we do it all again? Yeah, that's what replay crew is for. Is that a 30 millimeter RTA? Why look, it's so little. Yeah, it's not 30 millimeter RTA. Take it out of bypass mode for it's out of bypass mode. Let's see. Yeah, 55 watts. Still might be a little much. Yeah, it does look small on there, I know, but it looks nice with all black. This seems to be my drip tip of choice. I got those Bogan battery wraps in there with those orange X's on there to match it. Some crackling. 55 watts. Now, this we're going to test our battery life this time around. So, cheers. The Duchess Hexohm coil, a single Duchess Hexohm coil. Here we go. Oh yeah. A much more mellow vape than that freaking series build. We're gonna go to 60 easily. maybe 65. Little squonk. Such a freaking squishy press on that guy. Oh man, yeah, 65 watts. That is it right there. Fully open. Mm, I will say this is fun to play around with, right? I thought it was amazing that this Asgard mini glass cap fit on the Axial Pro deck because I had more than one of these caps, and because I had the Asgard mini series deck as well before, and I've got several Asgard minis, and those other caps didn't fit. Fun to play around with. As you can see, like I slammed the coils down. Let's see if you can see. You see how the air lines up right in between the posts right there? Yeah, it goes right in, trying to capitalize and get some undercoil action, hoping that the air goes in between those posts and hits underneath that coil. And it for like something I threw together, it had some nice flavor. Obviously, uh, the idea is to be able to run a safe, series build. But the improvement in flavor between that and the Bonza Pro, oh man, I'm just picking up all like the subtle nuances of this liquid that I was not getting out of that. The lemon is there, all the bakery elements are there, and the meringue. The meringue really is coming through a lot nicer now. I think the Bonza Pro, whether you run it in single or you run it in dual, one of the top tier flavor RDAs for its size on the market right now. Listen to that crackle too. Mm. I know the size of the RDA bothers Furpistrode, but man, I can't help but think that all that matte black too, like the actual color of the matte black, the satin finish, excuse me, it matches perfectly. Perfectly. Mm. Wow. That's good. I feel like it's out of spite at this point, LOL JK. The rules are if it's a 38 millimeter deck, the minimum RDA size is 30 millimeter with a beauty ring. Okay. I listen, the largest RDA I have is a 28 millimeter. But listen, I bought a second Bonza Pro. I wanted to use it. I hadn't squonked with it yet. So I got a new squonker. I had a coil in mind, and it's it's black. We're all matched out. I know the size triggers you, but I like the way that looks. I personally like the way that looks. And I'm sure a 30 millimeter RDA is going to look right at home. It's a pretty setup. It just frustrates me. So yeah, I know. I'm sorry, man. It's not out of spite. It's just out of what I feel like using. It's a good thing we got the air running. So this recipe is fantastic. It really, really is shining in the Bonza Pro right now. This isn't a recipe that's public, but if anybody's interested, I can share it with you privately. It's because it's not my recipe fully. Excuse me. I basically took another recipe from someone in the community, slightly adapted it. I didn't adapt it enough to where I could, say that it's mine. I'm sure I could make it public and just give that guy credit, but I'd rather just leave it private because literally all I did was change two percentages of uh, two of the flavors that are in the recipe. The recipe is by someone named Curry Santu, I think is his name, on all the flavors. It's like a lemon. I don't know. It's like a lemon. I forget what its real name. Its original name was. I call it lemon meringue puffs. I just labeled it lemon meringue. It's a fantastic lemon bakery though. Uh, just wicked my bin, and along with you, Crackle City, rockin' Duchess coils. Heck yeah. LT's doing the damn thing. She's come such a long way in such a short period of time. I love to see it. Just like Ern and Duchess and their chop tops, it's right for them, but it's just so wrong. Yeah. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Coils with half baked. Ooh. Holy smackerel. Gonzalez Pro. Bonsai. LT, you're a trip. But LT has very good taste, just saying. Yeah, she does. F autocorrect. How you liking the half baked? I think it's a little bit of an acquired taste because there's so much going on in it, and it really needs to steep, in my opinion. Oh, Bonza Pro. Oh, it changed Bonza Pro to Gonzalez Pro. Wow, that's something. Oh, I'm getting the VG nose. I wish I had a tissue, but I don't. Uh, so yeah, really loving the way that this is performing. We're gonna see at a .4 single coil. We're gonna see. I already almost have 1,100 puffs on this darn thing. When did I? When did I first? 1092. Now it's reading a .39. Yeah. See how much battery life we can freaking squeeze out of this thing with a single coil. I'm glad I was really easily able to stretch that coil to 3.5 millimeters. Because I can see you can see how there definitely is room to be able to do what I believe is what Frames was saying that he did. 2.5 millimeter coils, if you just pull them in real close to each other, plenty of space, and you get an even more condensed chamber. I didn't think of that. I did not think of that, but that's brilliant. Uh, so yeah, really happy with this one. I dig it. Steep 2 months. Oh yeah. It needs that extra time. I should probably change that because I I think I originally labeled it as a 10-day steeper, maybe 14 days. And I feel like, I mean, yeah, technically at 2 weeks it's ready to rock, but I think it just, if you give it like at least that full month, like it's more ideal because it has so much going on. It has like cookie and a biscuit and chocolate and butter pecan and banana bread and another banana, and it's, yeah. The concept of it was like, I imagined like if you took like banana bread batter, um, still out of focus, took like banana bread batter and mixed it together, like folded in like a chocolate cake mix or something like that with banana bread batter, but then like rolled them into little balls like cookies and baked them like they were little cookie cake bread cookie things. That's kind of how I pictured it in my mind. Like little cookies, but they were like little banana bread and chocolate cake hybrids with pecans in them. Mouse says half baked is one of the few I liked more fresh than after a steep, but it's amazing regardless. And evolves crazy. Oh, awesome. All right. Yeah. I like to let it steep a good amount of time. I actually just polished off a bottle of half baked last week, and now it's going, and I'll eventually make more. But I got lots of liquids. Um, I even have new liquids to taste that aren't even mine still. Reminds me of my grandma's banana bread with chocolate chips and nuts. Oh heck yeah. Okay, yeah. See, I mean that kind of that yeah, that description works. It's probably a lot less of a complicated description. So yeah, really happy with how that turned out. We still got one more RDA lined up, another single coil, another squonk set up, but this time we're going mech. We're going fully mechanical. Half baked is sexy, love it. Oh yeah. I didn't know I wasn't sure if you had tried that one or not, Paul. So we got ourselves and I broke it down because I like to save the end result to be as much of a surprise as possible. But we got ourselves, shout out to Alicia, my homegirl Alicia, a black nitrous. I also got another elder dragon from her. I needed it. Oh wait, where? Oh, okay. Um, I needed it desperately for testing and recipe testing. And she also threw in another surprise as well. A little sneak peek of something we're going to build next week, the Claymore RDA. This was recently built on a retro vape, I believe, and Freezing did a build on it not too long ago as well. Um, and she threw in these purple accessories and green accessories. I'm excited because I have mods that match both of the accessory colors that she sent. The green, very close to this mod color, but it did initially come just all black cap. Uh, so next week we'll be doing something with this, the Claymore RDA. Shout out to Alicia, thank you very much. Uh, she's always upping the ante when we make trades, throwing in extra stuff. Yeah, I have. Does a bear shit in the woods? Yeah. Paul is notorious for mixing more of my recipes that I post publicly than pretty much anybody else. Pretty much anybody else. Uh, and I appreciate it, Paul. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I always appreciate your feedback too. Um, I do at times, says Donald. Steve, here's my try a little Debbie Nutty Buddy. It's my V2. Let's see. I tried this last week, and I don't know why it wouldn't allow me to pull it up. Let me see if we can pull this up. Uh, oh yeah, there we go. Let's see. Oh, oh, I'm in the wrong window. I'm in the wrong window. Uh, why not? While we're here, let's take a look at Neil's recipe, if you don't mind, Neil. If you don't mind. Uh, oh my God, Steve-O. That's a good looking RDA. Yeah, it's gonna look even way cooler in a minute, in a few minutes. I looked everywhere for a black and green one. Haha, it's such a sick RDA. Yeah, dude. I took the black beauty ring and the black airflow ring and this recurve drip tip and put this one together with the green cap. I took the black parts off and I made this. I had to take sandpaper though and I had to file this down. I had to sand this down so there wasn't a gap. But it's okay. It's out for anybody to try. Okay, awesome. I kind of figured. So I don't know. We'll do something. I just wanted to switch it up. So now I have black, blue, and purple rings, and a green and a black top cap. So you can kind of mix and match. If I could find any other colors without having to buy more decks, that would be ideal. But the nitrous RDA, one of the coolest things about it is how matchy you can get with it now. It's been out for so long, and it has so many different color accessories. It's hard not to want to hunt more stuff down. Let's see. There we go. Let's take a look. Nutty Buddy V2 by Neil Pitts. A buttercream peanut butter, fantastic peanut butter at Wonder Flavors at 3%. Clotted cream SSA at 1.5%. Cornish cream SSA at 2%. I I'm not sure if I had the Cornish cream and any of the stuff that Dan sent me. I don't think so. That's one that's been on my list. Crispy wafer Wonder Flavors at 1.6. Honey roasted peanuts Wonder Flavors at 0.5%. Ice cream dark chocolate, another one that I still need to get. Wonder Flavors at 0.7. Pudding milk chocolate natural Wonder Flavors at 1.5. Super sweet Perulum at 0.75. Very, very, very nice. I've never tried pushing the buttercream peanut butter over 2%. I'm curious how that does as the only peanut butter. Well, you got the honey roasted peanuts, which I've never tried. This looks fantastic. Clotted cream, excellent cream. SSA makes great creams. I really want to try the Cornish cream. Yeah, the pudding milk chocolate. I haven't had the natural, but it's a really nice chocolate note, the original one. I could see this. I could see this being pretty darn tasty. Pretty darn tasty. You have to. How accurate is it to an actual Nutty Buddy? I'm curious. It looks like it would be pretty darn close. But yeah, this looks like a great, tasty recipe. Get out of here, Ad. Thank you, Neil, for sharing that. Anybody has all these flavors, give that a try. If you ever try anybody else's recipe in the community, please give them a comment and a rating. Not always easy to get comments and ratings on your mixes these days. So yeah, thanks for sharing that, Neil. I wish I had everything to make it, but I am missing, gosh, 1, 2, 3 flavors. I mean, I don't have the natural, but I would probably still just try the regular pudding, chocolate pudding. But yeah, looks like it's built really well. All right. To the RDA. First, this is what we'll be running. A little bit spicier of a coil than I ever thought that I would try in the nitrous RDA. But hey, we can always open the airflow up a little bit more if needed. Come on. Gosh darn you. There we go. 26, 3 gauge 26 NI90 with a 36 NI80 on the outside. It should be a 0.14 ohm. This is the Growler, the big brother to the Screamers that I love so much. And what I did was because these originally come with opposing leads, I added a quarter wrap to either side, so you had your leads on both sides of the coil. There we go. For the nitrous RDA. The last one of these I installed into the Flave 24, and it came out like a 0.13, or even a little bit below a 0.13 actually. So it's a rowdy guy. It's a rowdy guy. Neil says it's close. The only thing is I'm going to lower the sweetener to 0.5 and the natural chocolate down a bit. All right, I can see that. I can see that. Duchess, looking for bomb ass liquids? There you go. Thank you very much, Duchess. I really appreciate you doing that. And happy birthday, Duchess. I don't know if you stepped out or if you've been here, dude, but the single hexome coil is freaking amazing, performing amazingly in the Bonza Pro. I wiggled it out to 3.5 millimeter also. Crackling like all get out. Let's get this guy on here. As you can see, very, very similar deck to what we just built. Except the Bonza Pro has like those little bit, extra like space in between, but pretty much the same darn thing. I'm curious though. Also, I am so happy that I tried to take my time getting things together before the stream tonight, because I reached into my hoodie pocket, right? And I found a grub screw in my hoodie pocket. I'm like, what the heck is this grub screw to? And I was going through, I was trying to think of things that like I had taken the spares out for, and I just could not for the life of me figure it out. And when I pulled this deck out, when I pulled the deck out for this before the stream, looking over everything, getting prepped, I noticed there was a grub screw missing, and it was a good thing I took that grub screw and I put it in an empty coil jar. Because what had happened was when she sent me the RDA, one of the grub screws was threaded out, and I don't know, I must have knocked it out somehow, and it fell onto my desk, and somehow I must have swiped it and it landed in my hoodie pouch. What are the odds of that happening? I don't know. I mean, obviously there's spares. Let's see if this is needs to be cut down any. So I'm glad I didn't lose that. Duchess coils are awesome in my Bonza Pro. Thanks, man. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Let's see. Come on. Oh yeah. I feel like I thought that would go down further, but it doesn't. So we definitely need to cut this. Let's try 5 millimeters again. Yeah, 5 millimeters. We'll give that a try. Take him out. Come on, get off of there. Sometimes the coil, the little lead clippings, they stick to the. Take him out. They stick. All right, now let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe. Here, let's see. Oh boy, hold on. Might need to cut a little bit more off. Let's see. No, I think we're going to be good. That's going to be good. We're just not going to pull up on it, really. So let's get that tightened down. Pretty much the same type of deal that we just did with the Bonza Pro, except it's the nitrous. We'll just get it straightened out. We're not going to like tug up on it or anything. 3mm on the money. This one. I want to push it back this way a little bit. Make sure she's straight. I think that's good. I'm going to put this on again just to test its straightness here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Perfectly even, it looks like. Yep. We're rocking and rolling. Let's make sure those are tight all the way and we'll get some heat to it. I always go 4, says Kerplop. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I can see that. I can see that. Maybe 4.5 would have been nice, but I think we're good. I think we're good. It's not gonna like touch our drip tip or anything. Looks like we're lined up with the airflow plenty. Getting mostly all undercoil airflow. But thank you. Wicks are too long otherwise. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good to know for the future. Yeah, give the juice a few more days to steep minimum. I wanted to send you extras for your birthday. Yeah. We gotta hang and you can hear the crackle song from your coil. Oh yeah, dude. This one right here, dude. Heck yeah, dude. Crackling beautifully. Let's see. Bed single. Where did I put my tweezers? There we go. Let's get some heat to it. We're just putting 20 watts to it to start. Let's get these guys out again. I want to just tug, make sure that these wraps don't get kind of compacted. Also, sometimes with these little freaking these little posts on these decks, we're like pushing the limits of the amount of the size of a single coil that can fit in this little guy is. And sometimes these RDAs, I feel like the posts, the space between the posts, I feel like they could be spread a little bit further apart. Oh, let's see. There we go. Let's look on the inside. All right. Turn the heat up a bit. Let's go to 25 watts. We're looking, we're checking. It's gonna be a rowdy guy, dude. A rowdy guy. All right. Bam. Duchess Coil seriously upped my vape game, dude. I hear you there. Mouse says I said the same thing about almost every postless deck I've used. Yeah. Sometimes I just feel like there could be a little bit more space. Like they could be a little wider. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm trying to say. Let me reread this. There we go. 0.14. 0.145 as a matter of fact, but as it cools down, it's going to go to 0.14 because I did add that extra half a wrap. Oh, there we go. 0.141. See? Let's go up to 30 watts. Give it an extra fire at the proper resistance reading. Oh, yeah. That's all she wrote. How that crackle dough. You humble me. All right. Let's get our cotton out. It's my first real visit to Crackle City. No kidding. It's a great place to be. It's a great place to be. I'm starting to get low on freaking 3mm FDH cotton. This stuff has been a game changer for using on the stream. It's just so nice and convenient. We're gonna pull that little sliver off though for the 3mm coil. Now I don't know what liquid I want to use. I got this in my Boosh box and I was considering tasting it, but this is going on a squonk. So like I'm not 100% because what if it doesn't, vape that well and I don't want to fill my squonk bottle. I just don't, I'm not 100% sure what I want to fill in that bottle. I wish I had some Polly Loves Mango mixed up. Oh man. Or some Sweet Bourbon Peach, something like fruity. I don't know. I have that gold leaf, the coconut sticky rice. That actually is something that I've kind of been considering busting out again. I was thinking something with some type of fruity element to it. Boom. All right, let's see. You want a root beer? It's the best flavor. Yeah. Root beer goes into the empire. I do have an extra bottle for this, but I've got root beer designated to the empire. The FCK I had wasn't squonk bottle worthy. Yeah. Yeah, this one is Maui buttercream. It tastes somewhat promising off the knuckle, but I'm a little weary of it. Let's see. Is that all right? We're gonna fluff this up again. Fur. It's the chop tops that make the crackle better. I don't know if that's true. I'm gonna look down. If I had some of our watermelonade mixed up, I would go with watermelonade. I'm gonna look in my drawer. I just ordered some of the hooch and the nami and 3 bottles of Don. Hype for the 2 new flavors. I considered getting more of the nami, but I just loaded up on Don. What does the sticky rice taste like? I'm not even really sure how to explain it. It has this coconut note that is pretty much, it's the same coconut that was like in this liquid that I got in a Boosh box last year. Uh, this liquid from Big Five Juice Co. Called Wombat. It was a lemon coconut macaroon, minus the macaroon really wasn't that present. And it's like this really like candied, like coconut flavor. It might even be coconut candy. I've never actually tried coconut candy TFA. Uh, that's let's see. That's it. If you ever get a chop top again, you get a 2 millimeter bar. Ooh, Chris Collins says, "Yo, good old Fettermelon, yeah, sweet rice, yeah." I vaped a couple squonk bottles of it, and I sat and let it steep, and I've been sitting on it. It's like a really sweet candied coconut, and the rice I don't really know how to explain. Uh, it's delicious though. Strode says that way there can be truth to your claims. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Please, man, the board make the board 6 millimeters. I don't have the mango sticky rice. This Maui buttercream is it's definitely like a mango of some sort. I don't know. I don't know if I want to taste that today. I busted it out just in case. You know what I would 100% put in there if I had it? I would put in Mao's Peach Tea Paradise. That would be freaking slamming right now. But I don't have any right now. It's all gone. There we go. Next time, because I just ordered all that done. So next time around, I'm gonna hit up Mao. I need some of that peach tea. Uh, I've got other recipes that I kind of wish I had mixed right now, but so let's see. Let's take a look in the old drawer. Skeleton key. Although I really wasn't planning on skeleton key at the moment. Uh, what about the mango cigarette? Use the coconut candy with the cream cheese icing in recipes? No, okay. Miles says, I'm curious to hear your take on Yig. I've seen a few mixes recalling it, Sifu and a couple others, but it sounds pretty good. I can get down on some oatmeal raisin cookie. Yeah, I'm not putting the Yig in a squonker though. Say less. I'll have it in the mail when I get these coils done. Chris says bloody mango. Yeah, I don't have any made right now. Uh, do I have enough? No. This is how much fizzy pine Southside pine I have at the moment. Hardly any. Um. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we're going Fettermelon, watermelonade. We got enough. We're going watermelonade, 100% watermelonade. There's easily enough for like 3 or 4 squonk bottles in here. I thought it was almost empty. We're going watermelonade. All right. Say less. I'll have it in the mail when I get these coils done. Oh, dude, you don't have to do that. You don't. You really don't. Uh, I will purchase some next next time I get paid. Um, let's see. Guarantee you're going to wish you cut those leads shorter, especially squonking. Yeah, maybe. Because I've never squonked. Believe it or not, I've never squonked on the nitrous before. I've already always dripped on it. But you might be right. You might be right. Worst case scenario, after this, I break it down and cut them and redo it. You're probably you very well could be right though. I actually mixed myself a bottle of Peach Tea Paradise with the orders so I could jam on it this week. W for the win. What did you cut them to? 5 millimeters. 5 millimeters. He was saying he recommended 4, but I didn't see it until I actually already had it installed. I always go 4 millimeter leads on the nitrous squonk and haven't had any big issues. See, I've always dripped on it. I've always dripped on it, so maybe that's probably the difference right there. Everybody's saying 4. Well, and this is a super rowdy coil, so yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Believe it or not, the nitrous is still somewhat of a new RDA to me. I've only built it a couple times, and I've always dripped with it. I haven't run it on a squonker yet. So I was running it on the hexome for a while, and then I was just grabbing it and using it to wick up quick for like some testing, quick testing. All right, that'll do because we're gonna squonk with it. We will learn from our mistakes. If if it ends up like no bueno. It's just the airflow looks like it's lined up so beautifully. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. We're going to hold on a second. Gosh darn it. I'm going to take a preliminary toot. Oh yeah. All right. We're going blue. Boom. Blue. Blue. Bam. And blue. Black and blue. There we go. You guys ready for it? You guys know what's coming? I'm sure some of you do. The JMW squonk. Bring that out a little more. Bam, bam. Grapple and apple custard are both amazing in it. Nice, nice. Paul says, if your wicks work like wicks, you shouldn't have any problem. Awesome. Paul says, the guy that hit my car keeps ignoring me, so it looks like he's getting a summons to appear in court and getting issued a hit skip. I tried to get his info. He could have just paid to fix it. Yeah, damn, dude, I'm sorry. That sucks. Now he's going to get a charge. Yeah. Karma, dude. Duchess says, I mean, it's Mao's coil. How rowdy can it be? Oh, man. Pretty rowdy. Pretty rowdy. I just got a nitrous a week and a half ago. Nice. I'm pretty sure I already set this up. The reset under here. I already set it. Let's get the bottle out. Boom. Come on. We're going to get her filled up. Hope he has insurance or he's fucked. Yeah. Duchess says, I'm sorry that you're dealing with that, Paul. Yeah, dude. Seriously. What about what a beaut? And with a growler in it too? What a banger. Yeah, dude. I was running the Flav Evo 24 with a growler in it on this mod, and it performed fantastically. So let's get our bottle filled up. Let's take our time. but hurry up. Take our time and hurry up. This is the straw that goes into this bottle is kind of a thickie. So we want to make sure that we stop short because that's going to bring it up almost all the way to the top. Come on. These bottles are different because they have the metal parts instead of the like the acrylic that I'm used to. We'll get that. Slide that guy in there. Bam. There she is. She's in there. We're going to go black Mollisol P42. Bam. And there she is. The battery cover. Boom. There it is, man. I envisioned this a while ago, and I was like, dude, I need a black nitrous. And I had to get this drip tip. Squanch sent me this drip tip just last week. I hit him up for a few different color drip tips, and I am so freaking happy with how this freaking came together, dude. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Let's vape this sucker, huh? Let's make sure that all of our settings are where they need to be, like the autofocus. All right. I just ordered a new Squanch Mob, did some wheeling and dealing with some Nagageddon. Oh, nice, dude. Paul says, it's all good, bro. Just normal, everyday bullshit of dealing with people. When you go outside, this is why I stay inside. But my car is outside, so yeah, I'm always screwed. Oh, no. Now, I hope... I hope everything works out, dude. That's all. And that guy will get what's coming to him. Oh my god, another sexy matchy match setup, yeah. With the JMW logo in there. I'm just gonna vape through the pain, says Paul. Purdy as fuck, dude. Slide that guy in there. Yeah, here's another one. Face meat still still calling him out. I was gonna say let's look at the hot squonk in action, but you guys are more familiar than I am with the nitrous. Is this squonkin? I did put the squonk pin in there, right? Oh yeah, I can see it. It's saturated. And the nice thing too is when he makes these are 3D printed. These are a little bit shorter, so I didn't have to file that one down. I think he kind of makes them ideally for the nitrous. When I took that recurve tip for the other one, I had to sand it down some. Here we go, guys. A little bit of JMW watermelonade. Something nice and refreshing to ring in the spring. Cheers. Oh man, that's perfect. That's perfect. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! I don't know. I don't know if 4mm would make a difference in flavor, but man, that's smacking right now. It's actually probably the best that the nitrous has tasted so far. Curvy drip tips always help too. Something about that curve. It's comfortable, and I really do think they give you a slight bump in flavor. Yeah, Squanch is a nitrous fiend. And I mean, I, it's not a coincidence that the nitrous looks so perfect on his mods. You know what I mean? My lord, this probably is not going to leave this mod now. Like I had this idea in my head. I saw that Alicia had a black nitrous that she was planning on letting go of, and I was like, set that puppy aside. And I had to hit up Squanch for the drip tip. Mao hooked up the blue rings when he sent me the first nitrous originally. This came with both the matching battery door and the black one. Um, and I was just like, dude, I know exactly what I want to do, and it's perfect. It's perfect. And I don't know. It's been a when was the last time we broke out some watermelonade? Oh man, love it. One of my all-time favorite fruity JMW selections. Paul says I gotta bounce, y'all. Much love and stay cloudy. You too, Paul. Hope you have a good night. Beauty, eh? Yeah. Thanks, Riplop. Good night, Paul. Chris says went up the mountain today to shop and get to see two separate car wrecks in like 5 miles. Oh man, that's rough. Squanch is a nitrous fiend. I mean, that's a growler. Yeah. Um, Same reason that sundresses are dangerous. Oh, yeah. LT said, gotta be the Mao coils and the perfect drip tip shape. Yeah. Love it. Love it. The other nitrous has a coil in it that's kind of aging. We'll have to rebuild that one someday soon as well. Uh, I've been thinking of getting that new Nitrous 23 RDA, says Neil. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to see them release some more colors for it. I dig it, Neil. Yeah, I've been hearing great things about it. Duchess is definitely not Mouse Coil making things better. JK, love you, brother. Dude, hey, we got freaking both a Duchess and a Mao Coil center stage tonight, and they are both performing beautifully. You just can't go wrong. Uh, that I, I'm happy with that idea I had because I know Duchess says he recommends cutting leads short on some of his coils and then pulling up on them to get like the true 3 millimeter or whatever. So I kind of had a feeling that I wouldn't have much trouble at all just like slowly working that coil onto the 3 millimeter rod, which and just making it a true 3.5 millimeter, which is what I kind of had in mind, right? Like all the way since like last week when I was like, I have an idea for this Bonza Pro, and yeah, it's kicking ass in here. So we got a lemon bakery and some watermelon lemonade to wash it down with. Some of those lingering bakery notes might not go the best with watermelon, but they're both lemony. They're both delicious. Both of these setups are freaking banging. Banging. Boom. What do you think, guys? I think it's another successful Wickin It and Kicking It. And we've got our mix for the week to test. We will visit this another day. Uh, Most excited for this one, but we'll save it for a special day or next time or whatever. I don't want to rush it. You know what I mean? I'm excited to try it, but I don't want to rush it. Um, that NI90 just makes the flavor pop. Yeah, and I mean, you also you get improved performance and better battery life all around with NI90. All right, Duchess's bully coils do so great in the OG recoil. Uh, I was just telling Steve earlier I got to pull a Duchess and make like 30 sets, so I have plenty to fiddle with for a while. Yeah, Duchess says, yeah, dude, NI90 is so good. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Miles says I need to go back to making screamers. Those are basically the ideal coil for me in most scenarios. Point oh 0.08 dual, 0.16 single. Not too shabby in series, but a little spicy. Like what do you mean? Like with a series deck? Yeah. I ended up with 31 pairs, Mao. No shit. That's a lot of coils. Mao says I prefer juggernauts for series builds anyway. See, I never been the biggest fan of juggernauts, but some people dig them. Some people dig them. Jared once made me like a burrow juggernaut for the Voltrove. It was okay. I didn't think it performed um, very efficiently for just I don't know for for my style. I don't know. It just it seemed lacking somehow. There was just something weird about it. But yeah, that watermelonade, dude. Uh, you heard Chris refer to it as fettermelon. I don't know where it came up with where we came up with that, but he ordered a 500 milliliter of watermelonade a while back, and I don't know. John Fetterman was like in the news or something at that time, and it just seemed funny to label it John Fettermelon. So we nicknamed the watermelonade Fettermelon. Uh, Well said they lack for me in most scenarios, but in series at a 0.26, they just said, dude, 0.26 series is nuts, man. That's nuts. I um I ran a 0.26 on a stack one time. One time ever. It was on the Death Wish Goat V3 stack and the Unholy V2. And I had a set of coils that I think I set aside, but I put them back in the wrong jar. I thought they were going to be more like a point 0.3. Yeah, they came out at a 0.26 on a series stack, and dude, it was spicy. It was spicy. Like I literally was like vaped it for the remainder of the Wickin It and Kicking It that night, and was like, all right, I gotta tear this down. That's just way too much for me. Um, even typically like Timmy makes his series aliens. They're like 3.5 millimeter. He does them in like a 0.28, 31, 35, something around those lines. I think the 9 wraps are the 0.31s or point 0.3 or something. And I don't know. They're about as as spicy as I could go in series. The build that's in the series that came out to a 0.32. And yeah, that with the amount of airflow that comes into the Trinity cap is pretty ideal. But I usually try to stick around that 0.32 to 0.35 range for series myself. And even then, like I just don't vape a lot of series that much, like hardly ever anymore. But I wanted to test out that bypass mode, and it was fun. By the way, restocking is happening, says Duchess. Everything will be ready to go in a few days. Doing the stags tomorrow. Yo, those umami coils. That's what I was thinking might be rad. Remember, I was saying trying what Frames was talking about? A 2.5 millimeter build with the single coil chamber and the Bonza Pro. Because those umamis are 2.5 millimeters, if I recall, right? Um, Those would be freaking rad. But this is staying in here for a while. Like I said, this coil will perform beautifully as a single on the Hexome as well. So uh, we're going to run it on here for a while. And whenever I feel like running it on the Hexome, I could just throw the solid pin back in it and throw it on the O-frame. Duchess, thank you again for the link. Also, just a reminder, there's a pinned comment at the top of the chat for the JMW April waffle. For anybody who wasn't here at the top of the show, or anybody who's interested in getting in on that, it's only 2 dose many per ticket. We have a few things to choose from for first prize. Gold Asgard Mini, gunmetal ship tank, sub-ohm tank, and the Alexa 6 RBA, as well as I believe a hat and some liquid. But the more of those that people purchase, the more opportunities there will be for more prizes. So that is running until May 4th, till May the 4th. Is when we'll be doing the live in the JMW Premium group for that. Last time was a freaking great time too. We hung out for like, I don't know, we hung out for like over an hour. It was the first time that we'd actually been live in the Facebook group in a while, me and Dan together, and we had a blast. So yeah. Chris says I use Timmy Series Aliens. I think my set came out to a 0.28, 0.29 on my Timmy's box. Yeah, I think those are the 8-wrap ones. I need that 6, LOL. Yeah. Everybody seems to really be excited for that one. They sell out quick when people stock them. May the 4th be with you. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll do something Star Wars related during the stream. Duchess, I'm in the market for several hundred MTL aliens. Will those be in stock? Oof. That's a tough call, huh? He doesn't make MTL, yeah. Man. Squonkarama. Squonkaroony. Got regulated, we got mech. I gotta rewick this at some point too. I've been letting this actually, believe it or not, this has been in my hands so much since I've gotten it. But it kind of got set to the side for the week because I've been rocking this thing all week, just running it through its paces, having a blast, being able to squonk high powered dual coil. Ever since my freaking topside dual started acting funky on me, I haven't been vaping as much or squonking as much dual coil. And yet, we threw a single on there tonight. That's crackling like freaking amazing. Well, guys, that is pretty much going to do it for tonight. I got a mess to clean up, got dinner to make, the usual stuff, work to do. Yeah, next week, like I said, we'll be playing around with that Claymore RDA. It's already got a build in it. Alicia sent it with like a brand new coil in there. I don't know what it is, but like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to leave it in there. I might test it out through the week with this coil in there and kind of decide what we want to do. Here, let's see. It's like all nice and shiny and blue inside there. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It comes out to like a 0.26, but it looks like a Fralian, possibly. I don't know what it is, but it's already got a brand new build in it. But so I might test it out some point throughout the week and see if we want to leave that in there or not. It's usually more fun when we have like full builds to do, but sometimes You know, we'll do an entire stream of just wicking up a bunch of stuff. Um, fuck MTL Alien says Mal. Yeah, that's torture. Just rebuild the sturdy RBA, said Chris, to try out the Megan. Excuse me, Megan mod. Nice, dude. Good show, Steve. Thank you, Neil. Nope, can't go nowhere, Steve. Yeah. That legit grinds my gears. MTL, yeah, I bet. Those thin gauges, I'm sure, are very difficult to work with. But guys, yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight. We're at 9:30. I do not know if the dopamine dump will be airing tonight. Last week, he was having trouble with his OBS, so you know, if you want to hang out, I can't say. Maybe give a look over there in a few minutes and see if he's going. He'll if he does, he'll be making an announcement in the just in all the discords shortly. But guys, I appreciate you guys all being here, consistently supporting JMW and the channel. The channel is growing steadily. Several people from the Friday Fallout um, subscribed on Friday, so we may be seeing some of those peeps pop in from time to time. If you guys, any of those guys, catch this on the replay, thank you guys, appreciate it. I just yeah, these streams are just they're one of the highlights of my week, man. And you guys make that happen consistently every Monday. You show up, we have a freaking great time, and I thank you for that. All the support towards JMW does not go unnoticed. It's super appreciated. I love you all. Um, but all good streams must come to an end. Until next time, yeah, throw your hashtags up in the chat. I really appreciate it, or whatever you feel like throwing in there. Uh, I always, I always love to throw them on the screen. That's gonna do it for tonight. Like I said, love you all. Thank you as always for wicking it and kicking it with me. We are JMW. Peace.